Hey guys, Dwayne here. I want to talk a little bit about when you feel like giving up. Now this is going to be kind of maybe a harder topic, but I've known a few people who are going through this right now, and I thought it was an important topic because I think everybody goes through different stages of this, and there's different ways to give up, right? You can give up on your situation. You can give up on your kids. You can give up on yourself, and you can give up on life. And the thing when you're going through this, the trauma and the abuse is so significant when you finally decide to leave and you're going through, and I'm talking about this is whenever you finally are, you've been discarded or you're going through a divorce, and if that narcissistic abusive ex has been successful in manipulating the system against you, that's a significant blow. That's a significant injury that you're dealing with. The pain and the hurt from that can feel completely overwhelming. Your whole world has been turned upside down, and what you thought your life was going to be is completely changed. Everything is completely changed in a moment, in an instant. And as it progresses, I mean, there's different phases of this. There's the phase whenever it's at the beginning, but it continues. It can continue. And when you've been betrayed to your core by somebody that you actually cared about, and they take everything from you, I think it's only natural to, get to a low point to where you feel like giving up, like you've lost everything. Well, not that like you've lost everything. In a lot of ways, you have lost everything. The main thing to remember in all of this, and though it can be really hard because it feels permanent, right? But what's happening right now is temporary. Now, it may not feel temporary. I mean, it may feel like everything constantly goes wrong, and every time you feel like you've made some progress and you're getting ahead and you've made peace with it, something else happens to pull you back down, remind you that your ex still has a significant amount of control over your life, and it may not feel temporary. It may feel like no matter what happens, you can't catch a break and everything is conspiring against you. The bottom line is, your ex is trying to break you. Another viewer had coined the term a supply-gasm, that if they're able to break you, that is the ultimate victory in their mind. If they can break you to cause you to give up, what I listed before, to give up on your kids, to give up on yourself, to give up on your life, they completely win. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what your ex, he or she, is trying to do. They're trying to break you. If you're dealing with a narcissistic abusive person, either covert or overt, they don't care about you. They don't care about the kids. They care about themselves, and they care about getting everything that they possibly can get. And you're the collateral damage out of that. And unfortunately, the legal system, in a lot of ways, is heartless on this. They don't really care. Anybody who's been in this situation where you get stuck with support payments and stuff like that, they don't care. If you can't pay, they're they're not going to care. In other words, if you make $1,000 a month, hypothetically, and when this whole thing starts, you have $900 worth of bills, they will give, whatever they decide to give your ex. If they say you owe her $900, or you owe her $900 a month, they don't care. That's your problem, right? The problem is with that. Well, one, that's okay. The first part about it is it's unrealistic and it's not reasonable. And if you're in that in the beginning stages, just know that it generally gets sorted out, and that first initial number that is horrific generally doesn't stay that's the same for the entire duration. You may have to fight on it. Don't give up on it, and you'll get some relief. But bottom line is, this can be a soul-crushing experience that doesn't end. I had a friend of mine I was talking with about this, that he's been going through this for 15 years, 14 years, and has no relationship with his daughter. Very, very strange relationship. Every time something happens to where it seems like it's better, his, in my opinion, narcissistic abusive ex will do something to destroy what little bit of relationship he has left and cause more problems. And with that, when you're dealing with somebody like that, and when you have kids, the legal system is still involved. They're going to be involved until the kids turn 18. And in this particular situation, and I mentioned this in a previous video, where the ex has the ability to turn around, if you're paying them directly, to say, I don't know what I've been getting, call child support services and get a case opened up where they'll take over management of the payments. And if you don't have a significant accounting of those payments, they're going to count it as you didn't pay it. And then they're going to come after you after that. And in this particular situation, this person he's ready to give up. He's reached his breaking point. He feels like he can't get ahead. And bottom line is, guys, you can't allow the other person to break you. Everything that's happening right now is temporary. It may hurt like hell. It may be devastating. You may have people coming after you that you can't deal with, and they garnish your pay, and they do all kinds of different things. And you may feel like giving up. Okay, I'm done. You win. But you can't let them win. You can't let them win. You have to fight, because if you can get through this, if you can get through when your kids get older and they drop off, and all those control mechanisms that linger, they go away. So you have to find a way to fight through it. You have to find a way to keep yourself going. If it's not, like I mentioned in a previous video, if it's just out of spite that you are not going to break me and I'm going to make through this, whatever you have to do, but you can't give up. Guys, I know that it sucks. I know that it feels like, what's the point? My life has been destroyed. There's no way to get everything back. Everything I worked for is gone. The relationship with my child is gone. My financial security is gone. You can't let them win. You cannot let them break you. You're dealing with somebody who is emotionally trying to torture you and using every tool that they have at their disposal that they can even remotely come up with to come after you. It's incredibly unfortunate that the legal system and the family court system enables people like this. Now, there are people out there who are deadbeat parents who just say, hey, forget you, I don't want to do anything, and they run away from their responsibilities. The vast majority of the people watching this channel, that's not you. And you know it. You know that you've done everything you can to try to be a part of your kid's life, to pay what you're supposed to pay. You may try to pay the minimum. I know I have, but It's an ongoing problem, but you can't give up. You have to keep fighting. Don't let them break you. You have an opportunity to get your life back. It may not be at the age that you expected. It may not be in the time frame you expected, but don't allow them to win. Don't do it. If you have to take a break, if you have to sleep, if you have to, do the crawl into your cave and take a break, do it. When it gets down to, you're going moment by moment, whatever you have to do to get to the next moment, do it. You're not alone, guys. A lot of us have gone through this. I've had my own issues with this. I've talked about it in other videos. This feels like an overwhelming situation that there is no escape from, and you can feel like, I just give up. Person I was talking to the last couple of days, he's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to, I'm done. And I'm like, and I, was able to talk to him and make sure to see where he was actually at. Fortunately, he wasn't at the point where he had some type of plan in place to do anything drastic. I made sure he had help. I've been checking on him. Where I work, we have this thing where we do a wingman type thing to where we look out for each other, and there's protocols for dealing with this type of stuff. So, I've done that. But I get where he's at. You feel like you take one step forward and 15 steps back. And you feel like, you're trying to do everything right and you're being fought every chance of the way. But bottom line is, guys, you deserve an opportunity to get your life back. Now, these people are screwing with you right now. Your ex is screwing with you and your ex is using the system. It's their right? They're not doing anything wrong. They're just asking questions and they're just involving, resources that are supposed to be there. They'll validate it in their own minds. It doesn't even matter what they say, what they're saying or how they justify it. It doesn't matter. You're the one that matters, okay? You are the one that matters. You have to decide that this person that you cared about, that you had children with, who is now doing everything possible to destroy you, that's exactly what they're trying to do, and don't let them win. Don't let them break you. Whatever you have to do to maintain your sanity, to not self-destruct is what you have to do. Guys, this is why I say on a lot of videos, at some point you can only endure what you can endure. Now, I don't mean that you get to the point that you can't endure it anymore and you do something permanent and drastic. What I mean by that is if you get to the point that you're getting close to that and you just can't deal with it anymore and you have to say, okay, if I don't stop, if I don't give up, if I don't let it go, I'm not going to make it through this. That's what I mean. So if you get to this point, find the resources that you can utilize. Most workplaces have an employee assistance program, an EAP, which will provide basically free counseling. If you have it, utilize it. It's private for, unless you make threats against somebody, utilize the resources that are there. Don't give up. Have you exercised every option? The answer is probably no, because there's always something else out there. And you know what? If you get to that point, you just got to know that this does end. For the particular story I was talking to you about, he's under 3 years. 3 years until all the support stuff's done. They're basically, because they're saying he's behind, they're taking all his retirement money. And, it's like, okay, fine. Hey, luckily you had the money there. It clears it out. That means that's done. 2 years, 9 months, boom, you're done. You're done. You're over. This person has no more control over you. It is over. They've utilized, they're running through the laundry list of things. My ex has done similar things where she recently went after my retirement thing. Technically, it was hers anyways. But I mean, these people will try to find different ways, especially when they start running out of resources, and you're the only source of funding. That, you know, I would expect that they, you know, that you should expect that that something's gonna happen. I'm expecting it. You know, I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but my kids are getting ready to start dropping off, and I fully expect, I will be surprised if something else doesn't happen. But for me, she's not going to break me. I'm not going to give up because I have an opportunity to have a great life. I'm already having a great life. I have a great relationship with my kids. I know some of you guys don't. I have an incredible girlfriend that's in my life, that's been in my life for almost 3 years now, that I am amazed that I've been able to meet somebody that's as amazing as she is. All of you have an opportunity to do that, to get your life back. Now, it may not be easy. It may, you know, it's not. You know what, you're dealing with it, but you will get your life back. Okay. This one I'm a little frustrated with. So, and I know a lot of us have gone through similar situations throughout this. I think it's important to talk about it, and to also talk about it in the context of, yeah, there's some problems now at the early stages. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's all going to go away, and there could still be more, but it's different, right? And you learn how to deal with it, and you learn how some of the things that you thought, some of the things that you thought were so bad before, as you progress through, they actually turn out to not be so bad. Now, other things might replace them, but the thing that was tormenting you significantly in the past may not be as significant as you move forward. Okay. If you guys have some words of wisdom to share with people who are going through that, please put it in the comments down below. I'd appreciate that, and I'm sure they would too. If you're having a problem with this and you need to reach out, you reach out in the comments, reach out to me personally. I mean, I know it's an email, but you know, no, you know, you will get your life back. You can get through this, and don't allow them to break you. All right, guys, if you like this video, if you appreciate this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. So take care. All right, bye.